Sourdough Starter, day 1. Whole wheat white flour, stone ground, not bleach. So this is what the stuff, the bacteria on the wheat, is what the bacteria makes the yeast, is the yeast. So we take 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1/2 cup of cold water, that's it. We mix it together. We cover it loosely. I'm just going to stick this on it loosely and let it sit in a place warm, 70 degrees or more. Take a paste. And between now and tomorrow, for 24 hours, you just leave this in a nice warm place. That's it. That's it. "70 degrees, warm place." My house is 70 degrees. I'm just going to stick it on the floor. Let it sit on the floor till tomorrow. Day 2. Day 2, we take half of this away, throw it away, or make a second batch if you want, but then we take that away. We add another cup of whole wheat flour, cup of whole wheat flour, 1/2 cup of cold water, mix it all up. Gotta have a little more water than that. It's gotta kind of look like a Play-Doh. A little bit like. There we go. Can't be so dry. You see it? Nope. I don't hear any bubbles making yet. So there's our batch for today. There it is, okay? And we put this away. Day 2. Warm place. Cover slightly. Warm place. Till tomorrow morning. Today is day 3 on the bread. And we're going to feed twice today. You'll notice, see? Oh, look at that. See that? You know what that is? That is yeast growing. So what I'm going to do, now you can either divide it into two bowls and have 2 bowls of this stuff growing, because I hate to waste anything. So I'm going to take half of this here, put it in here. I can smell the yeast. Put this in here. Leave my other half here. That's about half, half, half. Okay, now I'm going to add a cup of flour here, cup of flour here, 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of water. Stir them up and put them back until this afternoon. I'll feed them again. I've got a spoon. I'm doing this. Look at that. See the bubbles? See the bubbles in that one. Now this has been just using the whole wheat. It bubbled like this today. So I'm going to throw, take half of this away, half away, throw it away, or, yeah, throw it away. So here I'm going to take half of this. See how, look at that, look at that. This is day 3, we got a couple more days to go. It smells like beer. Isn't that beautiful? There's the yeast, okay? And I'll take half of this one. The whole wheat flour, a cup of whole wheat flour, or approximately however much flour. Yeah, that's whole wheat flour, white whole wheat flour. Whole wheat flour, approximately a cup. I'm going to do like 3/4 of a cup. And water, half the amount of water. Hopefully that's half. Feeding the yeast. Today's day 3, we're feeding the yeast twice. Okay, so now I will let it sit overnight covered in a nice warm place, which is the 70 degrees on my floors, because I have radiant heat flooring. So I'm going to go back on and back onto the floor. Day 4, and this is the whole wheat flour one. And this looks like it's, oh yeah, see how different that is? Much spongier, look at that. So much better. Wow. What a difference, probably. I don't know why. Oh, look at that. Wow. Alrighty. So I'll add to this my whole wheat flour. Early in the morning, can't function yet. My whole wheat flour. About a cup of that. Then a half a cup of water. And mix this up. And it's consistency of the cake batter, brownie batter, what do you want to call it? And this is day 4. Day 4. Put that away. Put the cover on this. Put it back in a warm place till this later today, and I'll feed it again. Okay, I think this is day 4. Can't remember, but whatever day it is, it's a nighttime, and I'm going to be taking out half of the batter. Look at that. Look at the bubbles. See that? See that? That's wonderful stuff. That is fermented. Beautiful. Hate to waste this. Some people use this for making pancakes or something else, but I just don't need it. So I'm going to take this now. Going to add some more whole wheat flour. I'm not going to use a whole cup either. I'm feeding it. I'm feeding it. I think I'll be using it tomorrow. So there's a cup of whole wheat flour. Pretty close. And half amount of water. Stir it up. Okay, I think I'll put just a little bit more, just a tad more water in there. I want it to be a little bit juicier than this. Okay, and this can go back and sit in the floor, a nice warm floor, for till tomorrow morning. Day 5. Gotta feed the yeast. Gotta feed the yeast. Alrighty. So let's get some, this is the whole wheat, which seems to be doing much. Now watch this. That is beautiful. That is almost ready to use as starter. In fact, I'm going to use some of this starter today to make a loaf of bread. Okay? So the rest of this here, I'm going to feed a cup of, ooh, it smells like beer. Use a cup of flour, whole wheat flour, seems to like this better. I'm only use 2/3 of a cup. And then water to mix it. I'm not going to need any more than this much starter because you got to keep feeding it, and I don't want to keep wasting my not enough water. You don't have to measure it now. You just make it so that it's wet and like spongy, like a little more. I think this is day 5. Day 5, day 6, I don't know which day it is. Lose track of time. But that's good right there. Right? Now, so right now it's about doubling in size. The starter. And once it starts doubling in size, and then you can start using it to make bread. I'm not going to use my finger. So this is going to go sitting on the 70-degree floor again until because that's plenty of starter. So I'm going to throw this. I'll be making so much bread. We're eating too much bread. So I'm going to put this now over there and back in the 70 degrees. I'll feed it tonight, and then I'm going to make some a loaf of bread of this in a little while. Okay. This is day 5, I think, or 6, I don't know which, but this is my beautiful, it's doubled, my yeast. Look at that, my starter. Look at that beautiful starter. Isn't that gorgeous? So what my starter, I'm going to add another cup of flour. No, not quite a whole cup, because I got a lot of starter here. I just got to feed this stuff. Now, normally I did take a cup of that out of there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some flour to this to feed it. I got to feed this. If you don't feed it, it's going to die, the yeast. That's why you got to feed it, okay? So I'm going to feed it whole wheat flour and some water. And if I don't want to use this tomorrow again, what I can do is I can put this in the refrigerator. Keeping it cool will slow it down so it doesn't grow so fast and eat a lot. So I can put this in the refrigerator and probably feed it maybe once a week. And you can see if it needs it. And I can use it for next week for a loaf of bread. But if I put it in the refrigerator, it's going to slow it down instead of keeping it on the heated floor in the other room. So I'm going to cover this now, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Okay? So now I got plenty of sourdough starter for next week when I want to make some more bread, because I'll make that loaf tomorrow that I just made. So there we go. This is fun. We had some delicious bread that I made today for dinner. The sourdough. It's delicious. And it's whole wheat. So it's really healthy. So anyway, okay, I'm going to put a top on this so it can go in the refrigerator. So I'm going to put a different top on it. I'll put a top like this kind of top. There we go. And I'll put this in the refrigerator. It will not blow up because it's cold and it'll grow slow.